Good morning. Question. How cool is this handmade shirt? Back in 30 seconds. Hey, good morning. How are you? How cool is this shirt? In my honest opinion, extremely cool. And the two wonderful people that made it for me, I love you both very, very much. Thank you so much for this awesome Christmas gift. Hey, how's everybody doing today? Hi, this is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. I'm going to talk to you today about post Christmas money savings. Before we get into that, how was everybody's Christmas? I hope it was great. I hope you had a nice Christmas, whatever you did on Christmas. Going to get into it, and then we'll get into any comments. Should there be somebody there that would like to say hello? Basically, we're talking about post Christmas savings. And yes, it is possible to save, whether it's things, whether it's money, whatever, but we can save. And if for whatever the reason you have not done so, this is important. This is an immediate thing that anyone can do that has a refrigerator still filled with leftovers from Christmas. It's not too late. You do not want to wait until the food gets soured, because if you keep waiting and waiting and waiting, it's not going to be saved fresh anymore. It's going to be saved kind of like, ugh. And we do not want to waste food. Am I right? Or am I right? So check out your refrigerator like today. Just saying, just saying. Okay, for example, like ham or turkey or whatever roast you have, cut it up, freeze it up. You know the drill by now. Just don't keep it in the fridge too long over time, or it becomes eventual food waste. We don't like that. Now, can you do anything with the Christmas cards that you received this year? Sure can. You could save them for next year. Last year, or should I say, this year's Christmas cards will be next year's Christmas decorations if you're very creative. You could do a lot with saved Christmas cards. You can cut it in half and recycle it into a future Christmas card. I've done it, it works. Most people, if you look at your cards, do not write on the left side of the card. For whatever the reason, they veer to the right side of the card. And usually, not always, but usually the left side is kept blank. If that's the case, all you have to do is go up the card, cut the card in half. You have a free card. The left side is blank. Use it. If not for resending, for at the very least decorating. That's a savings. You know those wonderful gift bags that you get? Like, for example, the bags that you saw in my video with actual gifts in it. Those are so cool. Why? Because you can reuse them. They are wonderful. I mean, they're like 99% in perfect shape. Nothing has happened to them at all. So why waste that? For sure, and for real and for true, put it away for the future. I save all of my gift bags. There's no such thing as me wasting them. Unless they are like really like tattered, then they're not going to go for savings. But if they're like in excellent shape, it'd be sad. It would just be such a waste of money to just trash them. Don't do that. And the same goes for even certain wrapping papers and for ribbons too. Not to mention small boxes. You could keep them for birthday gifts. Now, the next point I'm going to make regarding savings is a little bit on the fence, even for me, but it's a thought. It's a consideration, something you might consider doing. How many of you don't have to answer the question out loud, but in your head, might have received an item that's just not for you? There's nothing wrong with it. Certainly, perhaps someone else who could use it better can get better use out of it than you can. You don't dislike it. You respect the person that gave it to you. You really kind of don't want to like return it or whatever. Consider naming that gift, future birthday or anniversary gift for someone. Create an empty box, put it in a closet, put it away. You're still getting value, and you may be bringing joy to someone else who could really use that item more than you can. Instead of ranting and raving and going, I didn't get what I wanted type thing. Of course, you always have the option of returning. That's your decision. But this is also something to ponder. It could be someone else's future useful birthday gift. Just saying, just saying. Just make sure of one thing, that you don't give it back to the person that originally gave it to you. And you don't blame me about it either. Just saying, just saying. Okay. These are basically short-term savings, okay? But I want to get into for a minute a little bit of a longer-term saving situation and longer-term thoughts for 2021. And tomorrow is Money Monday, so we're going to really get more in-depth about it in tomorrow morning's broadcast, okay? But this is just a thought for now. Then we're going to get into the comments section in a minute, okay? Longer-term thoughts for 2021. This is a time for transitional change. Sure, we have the turn of the calendar year like here, like in a few days. So this is a great time for renewal. Transition times are good. We are in the middle of, we just had Christmas. It's not New Year's Eve yet. We are literally transitionalizing from one point to the other. And in addition to that, we're getting ready for the turn of the calendar year. I am sure almost everybody that's viewing this will be happy that this particular numeric year will be history. Am I right or am I right? I don't think anyone's going to argue that point with me. But with that renewal of the new year, maybe, just maybe, it would be a great time to start planning ahead for that fresh start, for that reboot. We all have that option. This is the time to think about it. Personally, I love reboots. And tomorrow morning, we will get right into it. I see some people here ready to comment. Good morning, Adam. How are you? Merry post-Christmas. How did my Christmas go? It was nice and quiet. It was, a little tough, a little challenging. I had a very challenging year, but I kept the focus on what the day was about. The day wasn't about me or my loss or whatever. The day was about a very, very special birthday, if you will. How was your Christmas, Adam? You always reuse the good. I'm glad I'm not the only person. How many times did you receive an unwanted gift and you give it to some? Oh, did you do that? Okay, so this is not so strange. This is not a strange idea to you. Okay. Gee, I thought I invented something over there. No, really. I mean, for example, let's say you have that item already, and that has happened to me where I have received things that I already like maybe recently purchased, or someone else actually gave me the same thing like shortly before. And I just don't have the guts to say to someone, oh, I'm going to return that item. I just can't do it. So rather than that, I just thank the person, and then I consider, well, it's now my item, and I could consider what I'd like to do with it. And it's brand new. So why not put it in the consider it for someone else's birthday pile? There's nothing wrong with that. Are you working that day? Okay, that's cool. Work is good. Hopefully you're getting a little break as we speak. I really hope so. And that's a good thing. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll get into more of the longer term thoughts for 2021. A couple of channel announcements. On Tuesday of this week, I will be doing a collab with Money Mom. Yeah. So please do not miss that upload from the both of us. And for those who don't know who I'm referring to Dawn from the Sensible Living with Money Mom channel. So kindly check that out. And the channel name Sensible is spelled with a C. Very, very cute title. I love that title. And you will love the channel. So that's for Tuesday. But it gets better than that. I will be on her show, her channel, her live show. Check out Dawn's live show. New Year's Eve. She'll give you further information during the week. I will be on that show, and I will be on at 11 o'clock New York time. And she's an hour behind me, I suppose. Yeah. Check the listing with her, what works for you. And if you could head over there, it'll be a fun thing to meet the new year with our friends. It'll be really, really cool. So let's see if there's any other. Okay. I want to take a minute and talk to folks about something that is totally unrelated to saving money. And I want to expound upon a video that I published about 2 or 3 videos back. It was like an audio video encouraging people who have been considering a channel. I am no YouTube channel expert, okay? I am what I call in the toddler stage of the game, okay? But I have been on this platform for 2.5 years. So I have learned a couple of things along the way. But one thing that I would just certainly love to encourage anyone who has been contemplating, do not contemplate too long. Do not think about it too long. If you have this desire in you, if I am sure there are so many people with such wonderful messages that for whatever the reason, fear of failure, some people don't have fear of failure, actually. Some people have a fear of success. I know that sounds weird, but some people might be afraid of succeeding. And that's a whole other show. Just saying. But if you have a message, doesn't have to be perfect. Look at this. If you're worried about making a mistake, forget about it. Don't strive for perfection. It's not going to happen. I kept this phone with me because my landline could ring. Somebody could knock. Bells can ring. Phones can ring. I'm on a live stream. I can't say, well, I'm never going to do a live show because the phone might ring. If that's the case, I'll never get to do a live show. Can't do that. You can't worry about making mistakes. You can't worry about phones ringing. Sure, I can control certain things to a degree. Look back, for example, at the Thanksgiving Day show. Steve and I had a lot of fun with the show, but there were a lot of interruptions unforeseen. You have to keep your mind open to the possibility of interruption, of things not going your way, of things being imperfect. So please do not let that fear of making a mistake happen. It is a given that for anybody creating videos, the first, let's say 50 to 100 videos are going to not be the greatest. In fact, some of them just, well, might stink. It's okay. I look back at some of my stuff and I laugh. I'm like, oh my gosh, Janet, did you really? And yet, and I'm going to bring this point up again. One of my most horrendously made, in my personal opinion, looking back video, got the most views. And it's how to make a coffee cake out of pancake mix. The technicality part of it, I didn't care for. I look at it now, I'm like shaky cam, shaky text, everything. I mean, I get seasick looking at that thing. But yet, almost 8,000 viewers viewed it, and many loved it. Why? Because they love the content. You see, it's all about the content. Have you ever viewed a video that looked perfect as a ribbon? And then maybe to you in your mind's eye, you did not care for the content of that video. Just saying, just saying. So please, encouraging so many wonderful people who may be watching me, whether it's now or on replay. Please don't wait too long. I wasted 1 year contemplating. But our dear friend, Steve Young, he sort of pushed me out of the helicopter. And I've mentioned that helicopter story 1,000 times. Well, anyway, we're going to continue talking at more in depth tomorrow's Money Monday. I wanted to check in, wish everybody well, and hopefully everybody's having a great morning and a great upcoming day today. Adam, it was really nice seeing you. I'm sorry you had to work, but work is work. Work is good. Country darling, good morning. Good morning, country darling. How are you today? Does anybody have any questions for me before I say bye-bye? Anyway, well, that's pretty much it for today. And I'm glad that everybody's doing well. Hopefully, sleeping in. I think the weather here should be pretty decent. We'll take it. We'll take it. All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. And in the meantime, this has been Jan for New York City. Thank you so much for viewing, whether it's live or on replay. I really do appreciate your time. I'm going to continue this topic tomorrow. Try not to miss the collab show on Tuesday with Money Mom and myself. That'd be great. Try to come back on New Year's Eve and catch us live on Dawn's live show. And I know she'll have a really, really great show. Wishing everybody a wonderful Sunday. Take good care now, and thank you for viewing.